decided to broadcast again for a couple different reasons. One, I'm compelled to in ways that are going to be difficult to explain. But I'm out here in nature, a place I've never been before on the planet, and just sharing that with you guys. When I say you guys, there aren't many of you guys. Not many people are listening. So I kind of wonder sometimes why I'm doing this. Maybe it's for my own record keeping. Maybe it's because I feel that for the other seekers out there, um, someone given their experience could help cut through some of the noise that is out there. And that's kind of what I feel I'm doing. There's a lot of deception, and of course, I don't know everything and don't have all the answers, but for the things that I do learn, I want to share to help my fellow travelers, because I'm hoping that someone that's a level above me will do the same and I can learn from them, just as I'm trying to help the people that are at my level, or even those that are trying to get to a certain level, because we're all growing in one way or another spiritually. So it's almost like I feel like I'm the canary in the gold mine, and I'm just trying to let the other birds know that there's potential danger or potential whatever. And the things that I'm experiencing, I think other people will experience as well on different levels and different times, and each person's journey is their own. So one of the things that I wanted to speak about is hair and shirts. And the parable is this. And, you know, a lot of the base of what I talk about is from a spiritual standpoint. And the reason I do that, because everything in the world boils down to a spiritual, if you want to call it problem, a spiritual realization, a spiritual knowledge. That is the key to us unlocking the potential that this world has. And when you look at all of the problems, all of the things that we can do better, it boils down to a spiritual problem, spiritual deficiency, spiritual knowledge, spiritual realization. And that's what I focused on. And once I had my experience of knowing the inner depths of my own being, and then realizing that when I look at somebody else, that's also within them, I felt compelled to share that, because I see that it's not talked about, it's not mainstream and all that good stuff. So I'm not going to repeat what I've said before, but I'm going to use a couple parables. And one of the things that I've noticed in my travels is how religion tends to separate. I'm not anti-religion. A lot of the insights that I've gotten have been because of religion. Religion shows you that there is more to what we see and what we experience in this three-dimensional world. There's a spirit, there's a spiritual world. But we tend to get caught up on the descriptions of those spiritual worlds and argue about the details versus the main theme of it, that there's more to this experience. And a lot of the religions really get into that. And it's like arguing over the color of your shirt. That's why I talked about shirt and hair. Or look at it as teams. My team is better than your team. And fighting each other over that. We wouldn't do that. We wouldn't kill each other over our favorite NFL team or our favorite NBA team. But we tend to do that with religions. We tend to fight and kill each other over an idea that we're right and they're wrong, when all of them are pointing to the same thing, which at the end of the day is within you. So don't get caught up on what shirt the other person is wearing. Don't get caught up on what jersey the other person is wearing, because we're all playing the same game. We're all trying to find deeper aspects of ourselves. And I talk about hair because some would say good hair, bad hair. And I say that because there's some people, and I took hair as skin, where one person's skin color is better than the other. We don't control the bodies that we have and we incarnate in and that we're using to explore this world. There's not one that's greater than the other. And a lot of ignorance is in the fact that one person thinks they're better than the other, or that their hair is better than the other. So don't get caught up in your hair or your shirt, because what is the important thing is the person that's wearing the shirt and the person that is growing the hair. And that is the realization that I am trying to get people to understand. And it's a self thing. It's not anything that I can give anybody or I can make anybody have or all I can do is just say there's more information, there's more here that you can look at and that you can experience. At the end of the day, it's all about experience. So I'm not going to make this long-winded. I will say one thing. I also came across I think it's called the Essene Book of Peace, which is supposed to be a lost teaching of Jesus. And I'm just using the name Jesus just because that's the popular name. But one of the things that stuck out to me in this reading, he was talking about scripture. And in this book, which isn't part of the Bible, but you can, find out about it if you wanted to. But basically, he was talking to some other people and he was telling them about scripture and how scripture is dead and that God is alive and that scripture is written in every living thing of God, including you. So it was interesting to see that. And he, described God as being love. And you think of what love does, the power of love. I think love is the most powerful force in the universe. It coalesces things, it organizes things, and it is creative. And I think that those people that understand this and have this realization, those people that know the truth, I think we need to organize ourselves, get together and start amplifying our voices. So that's one of the things that I want to start. And I don't know exactly how I'm going to do that. I was thinking about maybe having a meeting, a Google Hangout or something like that, to where we could just share ideas and just have a conversation and have people involved in the conversation. It's not my conversation or anyone's. It's just I am hopefully going to create a platform to where we can discuss these things and we can talk about the steps and where we've taken and where we've came. And you can see just me talking about this. There are certain steps that I've gotten to this point, and there's still a whole lot of journey left ahead of me, and there's things that I'm going to learn as well. So if we can help each other on this journey, I think it will be beneficial to all and to the whole. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set up something and we'll see where it goes, because again, each person's journey is going to be different, but there's some things that are common between all of our journeys, and that is who we are at our core. And that's something that we all can experience. And I'm so adamant about it because I see the potential. It's like, again, the canary in the gold mine. It's almost like I've traveled and seen the potential of humans, of what this world can be, what this world is. And it's up to us to realize it. No one's stopping us but us. No one has created the system that we use to govern ourselves but us. And for those that want to blame that on this or the other, or on God itself, this is the reason why it is. No, God has nothing to do with that. God gave us free will to do with this world as we please. And the thing is, a lot of the things that we have done with this world, some in the name of God, are actually in the name of man. Because if God is being love and compassion for one another in itself, then you would think that there's a better way to do things. So that's it. I think that's enough for now. I'm going to show you a little scenery of where I am and what I've seen here, and we'll just keep it moving. So I appreciate it. And anybody that has comments or questions, let me know. But once I get to a chance to set up the talk or the Google Hangout or whatever it's going to be, I'll post it with this as well, and we'll see what happens. Maybe someone will join, maybe we'll have a conversation, maybe no one will join. Maybe this is just my own internal record keeping. We'll see. But as you see, I'm about to duck under that thing right there. So, and notice I'm going to be quiet, and notice what you hear. It's peaceful out here. So let me enjoy the peace and be quiet. All right, y'all. Peace.